through at motherfucking Taco Bell because, well, McDonald's fucked me. Thank 1086. Thanks. It's a mild. Thanks. Appreciate it. You too. Well, that was simple enough, but I bet you the tacos are they're probably pretty good. We'll find out here in a second. But I don't know how these motherfuckers sleep at night with the fucking. I don't know how these fast food places sleep at night. This for profit industry is just shit. Shit, shit, shit. Absolute shit. Couple tacos, I guess. 3 tacos for fucking $11. How much was it when we used to meet for lunch? Thought it was like $5 or $6 for each of us to get one of these. I don't know that I need to. If you don't want it, I'll eat it. That's pretty goddamn good. Well, hop in. Don't sit on a taco. Water Gaming HD said, "Yo, I just slapped my balls really hard and now it hurts. Keep up good work, bro." Okay. Well, that will happen. If I slap my balls, they'd hurt too. I was just making a video because all this shit is just seems like such bullshit. I don't think that's a real person because it shows no viewers. If you're not a real person, that's what you're gonna say. Please slap your balls for me one more time. But these places are such bullshit. I'm not going to shut up about it. Maybe I will. It's just a different time. In 20 years, we have gone to absolute fucking hell on Earth. I don't even like lettuce, but I'm afraid to ask to not have to pay for it if I don't get it. Because it's this price with the lettuce, and it's this price without the lettuce. How the fuck does that make any sense? Wow.
What I want to know is how acorns are inside of the truck.
The squirrels tried to bury them up.
You need the sauce now?
Yeah. Winter Gaming HD. I don't even play fucking video games anymore. I should just play video games from now on and say fuck it to everything else. I said I should just play video games from now on and say fuck it to everything else.
You need more sauce. You do.
Only one. I'm just gonna let my live run all the time from now on.
Let's show you this.
All the first letters in a title are always capitalized, and you spelled museum wrong.
Well, it's not museum expansion. It's still spelled wrong.
You spelled mansion wrong.
There's an N between the A and S. Are you reading it or what?
No, I'm just critiquing grammatical errors.
Okay. Oh, the computer will do that for her too. See, kids nowadays are much younger because the computer will fix it for them. How the hell do you think Autumn honors English if she can't spell shit? Something's fixing it for her.
That's not an honor.
It's really not. But she's great at all the other parts of it. I guess I thought she deserved it.
Autocorrect is not an honor.
That came out when we were like 8th, 9th grade.
Yeah, and we didn't use it.
No, not really. I didn't need to use that. Never. I didn't. I knew grammar. I didn't need the computer to tell it to me. I'd already learned it.
I have another drink. Mm-hmm. Tonight.
Oh, okay.
Sometime around this time of year.
Oh,
Well, the tacos are good.
that's a really good taco. I've been wanting to talk about taco for a while, so that worked out well.
They are good.
I love Taco Bell.
They're not worth the money though.
I used to get the sausage taco that was a steak taco.
I want to be on a show where they actually ask me if something's worth the money they charge.
I don't think they have one of those, but you should create one. How much was it? Like $11.
Have somebody, yeah, $11 used to be $5.79.
That's
4 years ago, this meal was $5.79, and now it's
Oh yeah, that's that meal we used to get, isn't it?
yeah,
That's $11 now.
yes. So for two of us, I could get it with $5 change with a 20
Wow.
just 4 years ago.
The two things you should have gotten from there is a Baja Blast and Cinnamon Twist.
Yeah, nobody wants that Baja Blast crap.
That's all I would have gotten.
Total bullshit.
$72.
But at least now I'm not hungry,
And starving.
and neither is my babe.
Right.
Where do you want these?
In the car.
Here, have that.
You don't want it?
I want you to have it.
Have what? This?
Well,
I guess you're going back to work?
yep.
Alright. I think I have enough for my 2 cents to go from. I need to get some. I don't have my pencil on you today.
Okay.
So I'll go over here and get it, and then we're going to head home.
Okay.
You
Love
sure you
you.
don't want this? You don't have a drink.
It doesn't matter.
I have 3 cents. You have something to drink while you're out. Alright, I'll see you later.
Bye.
Love you.
Love you.
Thank you for the taco.
Adios.
Have a good one.
Later, kids.
Say bye.
So I'll get back to my video now. I was just met my wife and the kids for lunch, and man, it's such a bitch. You know, I look forward to the day when I can actually be on here where people that are watching my videos can actually. The purpose of this video, well, a couple of things. Show me my wife. She's behind me. Hold on a second. There she was behind me. Wife and the kids. So the point of this is that we met for lunch. Love you too. And yes, my wife is a car. No, my wife was in her car and she came up here and met me for lunch. And we went to McDonald's. We were just at Taco Bell because we went to McDonald's, and it wasn't very fresh, and it just really insults me that we have lost track of what customer service means in this fucking country, what affordable means, and what the dollar means. I guess the dollar don't mean shit, but for me, it used to mean something. So I want to start. Everything has just been draining me financially, and I make pretty good money. I'm pretty resourceful, but when you got 5 kids, it just seems like it used to be a treat to go to McDonald's. You used to be able to get a fucking a dollar sandwich. Like if you don't have something for people trying to make ends meet, and something get you by on that's in between. It doesn't necessarily have to be a high dollar fucking fancy sit down meal. The shit kind of needs to be affordable. So, but it would be cool if when you guys are talking to me and watching the live videos, if you could actually, I could hear what you're saying because I can't hear what you're saying. And if I plug in my phone back on here, I'm not sure that you'll be able to hear what I'm saying either, but I'll go ahead and try to plug it back in. And so, yeah, I'm really disgruntled. And everybody makes me feel like, oh, maybe you're just old, and I don't find that to be the case. I'm 43, just turned 43. And so I don't find it to be true. I don't find it to be true that times have changed that much in fucking 20 years. You used to be able to take the whole family out for less than $20. Probably shit. I just don't see why it's so far fetched to want to get a burger, a nice, juicy, hot, fresh burgers, a nice big pile of fucking fries, and a drink for $5. I mean, how far fetched is that? Now, when I take the family to McDonald's, they want $11 per fucking meal. I was just looking at Taco Bell. So here's the thing. So we go to McDonald's, and then so they've got every fucking different McDonald's. I guess charges a different price because where I was at, where I'm normally at, in the little town that we're in, I feel like it's uh, under $5 for a Happy Meal. So now they have a $5 meal where you can get nuggets and fucking cheeseburger or a McDouble and a really tiny thing of fries and a really tiny drink. But of course, I'm always trying to bargain shop, and it's just not a bargain. It's just not a bargain. The value of my dollar is shit. The customer service is shit. So one of the funny things that happened was when I go back up and I'm like, the fries, McDonald's kind of has a thing, It's like they got hot, steamy, fresh, will burn your mouth fucking fries. McD's is now fine dining. Look, low tech, you ain't really paying attention if you think if McD's is fine dining, fuck. I can't even imagine what my home cooked meals are. I mean, that shit has to be gourmet, which it isn't gourmet. But it's funny to me that so I'm like, these fries suck. Ask my wife, of course the kids seem like they will fucking eat anything. So and I'm just not like that. I don't think that we should settle for a substandard of quality. And that is what McD's is compared to the food I make at home. The thing is I could bust out a fucking grill in the middle of a parking lot or in the middle of a field, and I could fucking make a better fucking meal out of fucking hardly nothing. So these people have put millions of dollars into these stupid machines, their stupid training, and it's not doing any good. And so ultimately, I was like, asked my wife if her fries were any good, and her cheeseburger was very warm and fresh because my fries tasted kind of like they'd been sitting there a few minutes, and we all understand we're in a hurry and shit, but if you're on a 30-minute lunch or even an hour lunch, the whole point is why not just only send out hot and fresh? Every order is cooked to order, and it just seems like that was how it used to be. You never got this shitty ass customer service. So I take the fries back up there and I'm like, hey, these are kind of less than ideal. Would you mind dropping me? It just blows my mind that I have to return food and then say, put in a request for fresh food. I thought that just by I thought the negotiation was already understood where they'd give me fresh food and I would give them hard earned money in exchange for it. Then they would make money and I would be happy and not hungry. But that's not what happens. What happens is, so then the girl was like, well, when I was like, well, do you think you could just do me a favor and make me some fresh fries? And she goes, well, like she had to go check. And it's like, well, why don't you go ahead and just take these because they're crap. And then I went back after setting my fries up there on the counter, and I go back to talk to my wife and check on the burgers. And the burgers were kind of trash too. So it isn't that they're trash. I don't want to sound like a fucking uppity snot nose. But if you're gonna charge me $10 per meal, the shit has to be like competitive with something I would make at home if you ask me. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe, it really doesn't matter. Maybe people are in too big of a hurry. I'm not in that big of a hurry. When I, I've done been working. So if I'm going to go eat something, I'm taking the time to enjoy my meal. And I think that that's what, a lot of people should be doing is enjoying their meals and, you know, enjoying their family. And the last thing that they should be worried about is, well, did I waste my time? Did I waste my money? And did I pretty much waste this part of my life on this experience? So, one thing that people are doing a lot more of than they used to is investing in themselves and their experiences and stuff. So, uh, if they need an example of what fine dining looks like or what a very minimal standard of quality and customer services, I'm always happy to set set the example. 20 years ago was not that far long ago to ask people to just have some decency. And the lady told me that so when I asked my wife about her burger and my burger, we kind of decided, you know what, I don't want, I don't know about you guys, but if you send food back where I'm from, they're going to spit in it or take a shit on it or something, and you're going to regret ever complaining. So I just said, fuck it. We just wanted a refund so that I could take my money somewhere else to try to, you know, actually not be hungry. So, like I said, the kids, of course, will eat anything. They're happy to just get fucking McDonald's. And I was not happy because I was still hungry. And then our kids have to fucking sit there and eat while their parents aren't fucking eating. The whole point of going into the store was to do this family experience together. So, one of the things that first kind of pissed me off was they charge higher for the Happy Meal in this town that I'm working than in the town where we live. So that's kind of the first thing that threw me off. I was like, well, now wait a minute. Why is this $5.39? It should be $4.99. And the thing is once you notice that one thing on the menu is $4.99, then if you start or is more than what it used to be or regularly across the fucking menu, everything is more expensive. And the bottom line is it's a fucking ripoff. And I'm pretty sure that they're banking on the fact that people won't complain. People won't take the time to expect a good quality customer service. And I think that that's a way of doing bad business. Now, I'm doing this paint job on this house. I'm trying to do a pretty thorough job. But there's going to become a point where, I expect that my client or my customer is going to check this for the quality, and then they're going to put their stamp of approval on it. Now, before I deliver this paint job to this customer, I will have put my stamp of approval on it after going through and eagle eyeing and checking every little fucking crack and every little fucking part of the wall. Why is it that these businesses serving food think that it's okay to just say fuck it? And the gal at the fucking manager was like, when I went back up to just say, I think I just like a refund on this meal because obviously it wasn't ever going to be. If you're not going to do it right the first time, you're not going to do it right the second or third time. I mean, that's just how it is. So that's why it pays to actually do things right the first time because then people will expect they're going to do it the right way the first time, every time. That way, if you do have an incident where every once in a while you have a one off, people aren't upset about it. They're like, oh, shit happens. But when shit happens all the fucking time, that's not just shit happens. It's not a one off. You guys think you can get away with actually just ripping people off and they're going to fucking take it up the Yahoo. And I ain't that kind of person, and the people that I know ain't that kind of people. But to do anything about it, you have to be on hold. You got to wait. You got to get back in line. You got to ask for your money back. So the manager was just like, I explained that it was, less than ideal. It wasn't very warm, and I just wanted a refund. And so she just starts handing me the money back, and I'm like, is that how you guys do things now? If I let you know that there was an issue, and then let you know there's an issue, all you say is, here's your money back. You didn't say, well, what exactly was wrong, or how can we make it better? How can we keep your business? We're so sorry that this happened to you and your family. No, they don't give a shit about. They don't give a shit about it. They care about the overall profit margins and the overall suckers that don't have the time to actually, you know, say anything. And I just think that's total crap. Because the manager didn't say anything to me. She's just like, here's your refund. And I said, is that how you guys do things now? You don't even ask what happened. You don't offer to try to make it right. You don't offer to try to, really take care of the issue. Like, you didn't bother asking me, is there anything we could do to make this right or better? We're happy to comp your meal. We're happy to. No, nothing. 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 Didn't say anything. I'm like, you know, I don't really mean to keep, prying for information or make them feel like shit about it, but I really don't understand how this goes from right there behind the window where I can't see what's going on in the land of Oz. How does our food go from right there in front of me to me on the other side of the counter and not be hot? I don't understand that. And then she said, well, our new rules make it to where we have to send stuff out within 10 minutes. So we don't really understand why it's not hot either. So that's pretty much where it's at. And I said, okay, okay, I appreciate it. I'll just take the refund. And it just really upsets me to no end to think that they didn't really give a fuck. They really didn't care. So why should I care about going back to McDonald's? Seriously, I don't think I will. Their food is not that fucking good. You took away the fucking twists and the chocolate fucking ice cream cones. Your McFlurries, your shakes, the McFlurries are okay, but I think they got a lot smaller. The larges used to be $1, but now you're charging even more. You no longer have an actual dollar menu, so this is actually an affordable thing. So you don't really ever really get it right every time. It's really rolling the dice to see if I'm actually gonna get my money's worth from actually going to your fucking establishment. These are not good factors for me when I'm considering where I should spend my consumer money. So that's kind of my little rant about it. And I'm just wondering what other people think. And frankly, I got a little tired of using up all my storage on my phone to make these fucking videos. So that's why I'm making a live video. And yeah, I just can't wait for the day to come when I just fix everything myself. I want a homestead. I want to get completely away from society and completely away from dipshits that think that it's okay to just rake in money from people and rip people off and offer absolutely nothing. And the fucked up thing is low tech. Low tech is saying I had McD one time this year and it tasted like they emptied a whole salt shaker on the fries and burger. So that's not a really good, you know, that's not a really good review. I mean, it's a good review, but it's not something that you really want to hear. They're putting way too much fucking salt on that shit. And so that's the thing. My burger, it just, how it kind of gets a little hard around the edges, like it's been sitting there for just a little too long. And this is something, that my wife doesn't like is the details. And that's fine. I know I can really harp on shit, but why aren't we harping on shit? Why are we just not caring? How do you expect to get people to come back if you honestly, sincerely, legitimately don't care of whether they come back or not, or whether their customer service is at some kind of a standard? if somebody's actually greeting them when they walk in your establishment. They have these fucking machines like that counts as having somebody at the front register to greet you when you walk in. Well, you have a kiosk that, if we're not here, you can just go order there. Like, hello. I just don't fucking get it, man. Just don't get it. So now it's few and far between. At least if you were going to take $5 and you were going to fucking, just get something that's cheap and you're on your way. That way, if it is shitty once out of every 10 times, and that's the other thing, calling it a dollar menu, but now your shit's $1, $2, $3. I just feel like, why are companies trying to put the squeeze on consumers, all for this profit margin? And my wife brought up a good point. You never hear them talk about customer service on the Shark Tank. You only hear them say, what are your profit margins? Not how great is your product, how many return customers do you have, how happy are your customers? It's all about that fucking money. So, if you want to just throw your money in the fucking trash, go to McD's. If you want to, and then so then I went over to Taco Bell and I thought, you know what? You can't go to Quick Trip because that's pretty much trash. You can't go to fucking anywhere if you're at work and you need a lunch break. $10 a person if you got five people. That's $50 to $60 just to go out for a quick meal. Remember, this is a quick meal. Quick and easy. So I get it. It's not gourmet. That doesn't mean it can't be fucking good. It doesn't mean that we have to not give a shit if food sits in a bin for 10 fucking minutes. That's way too fucking long. I want my food to go from the fucking grill directly to my fucking tray. I don't understand. Grill, make it, wrap it on my tray to me in less than a minute. Shouldn't be this difficult. So, anyways, that's my video, and I hope everybody's having an awesome day. I was talking about the shakes a minute ago. I didn't really mention that, but I don't know if anybody's noticed, but the milkshakes are no longer using like ice cream or milk. They're using some other type of. I'd say it's more like a malt, but it's more of a liquidy now than it was an actual ice cream type of frosty consistency. So really, my vote is really going more towards. The only thing that McDonald's really had going for them for the longest time was that they had hot, fresh fries. Everybody knows all the other shit was trash. And then there was Coke. The fact that they had a Coke that was always just that McDonald's freshness, carbonated, awesome Coke. The last couple of years, every once in a while, almost all the time, the ice cream machine's broken. And the Coke is syrupy and shit. It tastes like shit. So anyways, all this shit adds up to it ain't worth it to go to McDonald's anymore.